From a seemingly ordinary childhood in Queens, New York, emerged a figure who would defy convention, capture global attention, and ultimately ascend to the highest office in the land. This is the very beginning, a glimpse of Donald Trump at the tender age of 4. Even then, in the mid-1950s, the world was unknowingly setting the stage for a life that would be anything but ordinary. Born into a family deeply entrenched in New York City real estate, his upbringing was characterized by a potent mix of discipline, ambition, and the sheer force of his father's will, a man whose influence would shape every step of Donald's remarkable journey. The Trump family portrait from his youth reveals a formative landscape. Donald, standing on the far left, is one of 5 children born to Fred and Mary Trump. His older brother, Fred Jr., was a pivotal figure in his early life, initially groomed to take over the family business. However, Fred Jr.'s disinterest in the cutthroat world of real estate and his eventual struggles led their father to focus his formidable energies on young Donald. This dynamic subtly yet profoundly instilled in Donald a deep-seated drive to excel and to prove himself within the family's burgeoning empire, pushing him to embrace a more direct and unyielding path than his brother had chosen.
That drive was nurtured within the walls of a sturdy, multi-story brick and stucco Tudor-style house in the Jamaica Estates neighborhood of Queens. This was the Trump family home, built by Fred Trump himself in 1940, and it served as the literal foundation for their real estate dynasty. While not a mansion by later Trump standards, it was a substantial and comfortable residence for its time, reflecting the family's growing prosperity. This house, a testament to Fred's early success as a developer of middle-income housing, was not just a home, it was the first classroom where Donald learned the fundamentals of business, surrounded by the blueprints and discussions of construction that defined his father's world.
Despite the comfortable upbringing, young Donald proved to be a handful, a spirited and sometimes rebellious child. His parents, seeking a more disciplined environment, sent him away to the New York Military Academy at the age of 13. There, in a structured and rigorous setting, he was immersed in a world of cadets, uniforms, and military precision. This photo from 1964, during his senior year, captures him in full military dress, a stark contrast to the 4-year-old boy seen earlier. The academy, with its emphasis on leadership and conformity, significantly channeled his youthful energy and instilled a sense of order, though his innate competitiveness and outspokenness remained prominent traits. The military academy wasn't just about discipline, it was also a crucible for competition. Donald excelled not only in military exercises, but also notably in sports. This 1964 senior year photo shows him among his athletic peers, representing the academy in various capacities, including baseball and football. He was known for his competitive spirit and natural athleticism, even serving as captain of the baseball team. These years honed his strategic thinking, his desire to win, and his ability to operate within a team structure while also standing out as an individual, qualities that would later become hallmarks of his business and political careers. After graduating from the New York Military Academy, Donald Trump continued his academic journey at Fordham University for 2 years before transferring to the Wharton School of Finance at the University of Pennsylvania. Wharton, a premier business school, was a crucial step in his education, providing him with a more formal understanding of the financial world he was destined to enter. This program from the 1968 University of Pennsylvania commencement lists his name among those receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in economics. During this period, the Vietnam War was raging, and like many students, Donald received several educational deferments, allowing him to complete his studies before graduating.
Armed with his Wharton degree, Donald returned to New York and officially joined his father's company, Elizabeth Trump & Son, in 1968. This rare photograph from 1973 shows Donald with his distinctive shock of blonde hair alongside his father, Fred, at Trump Village, one of Fred's large housing projects in Brooklyn. At this point, Donald was serving as an apprentice, learning the intricacies of large-scale residential development from the ground up. He would scour foreclosed properties and negotiate deals, but his ambition quickly outgrew the confines of Brooklyn and Queens. He saw Manhattan as the ultimate prize, a vision that his father, known for his conservative approach, initially resisted.
By the late 1970s, as Donald's business ambitions began to take root, his personal life also expanded. This tender image from approximately 1978 captures a moment of fatherhood, with Donald holding his first child, Donald Trump Jr., as a baby. This period marked a transition for him, not just from apprentice to independent developer, but also into a new chapter of family life. He was rapidly becoming a figure in Manhattan's social scene, balancing the demanding pace of real estate deals with the responsibilities of a growing household. Just a year later, in March of 1979, Donald and his first wife, Ivana, posed for this relaxed portrait in their sophisticated Manhattan apartment. Their marriage in 1977 had further cemented Donald's entry into New York's high society, and Ivana, with her own formidable presence and style, quickly became a key partner in building the Trump brand. She played an active role in his early developments, even overseeing interior design for projects like Trump Tower. This period saw the couple embodying the glitz and glamour that would soon become synonymous with the Trump name, setting the stage for his emergence as a public figure. The vision for that public brand truly materialized in projects like Trump Tower. This photograph from 1980 shows Donald Trump with a meticulously crafted model of what would become his landmark 58-story skyscraper on Fifth Avenue. This ambitious project, built on the site of the former Bonwit Teller department store, represented an audacious leap from his father's more modest residential developments in the outer boroughs. Trump Tower was designed to be more than just a building. It was to be a symbol of extreme luxury, an architectural statement that would solidify his presence in the heart of Manhattan and introduce the world to his grand, often flamboyant style. By the mid-1980s, Donald Trump was a name whispered and shouted across New York City and beyond. His relentless pursuit of deals and self-promotion had turned him into a media fixture. This image from November 18, 1985, captures him on the phone in his car, likely orchestrating another one of his high-stakes transactions shortly after announcing his ambitious West Side development plans in Midtown Manhattan. The car phone itself, a symbol of cutting-edge technology at the time, epitomized his hands-on, always-on-the-move approach to business. He was known for making quick decisions, often negotiating directly and publicly, characteristics that would define his persona for decades to come. As his empire grew, so too did his family, often appearing together in carefully curated portraits that reinforced the image of a successful patriarch. This vibrant family portrait features Donald and Ivana with their 3 children, Donald Jr., Ivanka, and Eric. These were the golden years of the Trump brand, where the family's public image projected aspirational wealth and success. The children were frequently seen at their father's side at openings and events, becoming part of the public narrative of the Trump business and lifestyle, further solidifying the family's place in the media spotlight. The Trump brand expanded beyond real estate into entertainment, notably through beauty pageants and casinos. Here, in September of 1988, Donald Trump poses with a large group of state misses on his yacht in Atlantic City. He had acquired ownership of the Miss Universe, Miss USA, and Miss Teen USA pageants, leveraging them to further enhance his celebrity status and promote his casino properties. This strategic move underscored his understanding of media and spectacle, blending business with showmanship and drawing national attention to his ventures in a way few other businessmen could match.
2 years later, in April of 1990, the grandest of Donald Trump's casino ventures, the Trump Taj Mahal, opened its doors in Atlantic City. Hailed as the eighth wonder of the world, the opulent casino was a testament to his boundless ambition, costing nearly $1 billion to construct. This image shows him with a giant genie lamp, a nod to the casino's lavish Arabian Nights theme. However, the Taj Mahal's immense debt load and the economic realities of Atlantic City soon led to financial difficulties, culminating in the casino's bankruptcy filings and significant restructuring, marking a turbulent period in his business career.
The early 1990s were marked by both business challenges and dramatic shifts in his personal life. After a highly publicized divorce from Ivana, Donald Trump married Marla Maples in December of 1992. Their wedding ceremony at New York's Plaza Hotel, which he owned at the time, was a star-studded affair attended by more than 1,000 guests. This moment, capturing Donald sweeping his new bride off her feet for a kiss, was a major media event, further cementing his image as a larger-than-life figure whose personal affairs often made front-page news. By 1995, amidst both personal and financial recalibrations, Donald Trump took a significant step by listing his company, Trump Hotels and Casino Resorts, on the New York Stock Exchange. This photograph, taken outside the iconic New York Stock Exchange on June 7, 1995, captures him with a confident smile, arms crossed, as his stock began trading. This move allowed him to raise capital and expand his casino empire, though the public offering would later prove to be a double-edged sword, subjecting his businesses to increased scrutiny and the whims of the market.
Beyond the bustling streets of Manhattan and the casino floors of Atlantic City, the Trump family found a different kind of home and retreat in Palm Beach, Florida. This photograph shows Donald with his second wife, Marla Maples, and their daughter, Tiffany, at their Mar-a-Lago estate. Purchased by Trump in 1985, Mar-a-Lago, a historic 20-acre property originally built for Marjorie Merriweather Post, would eventually be converted into a private club in 1995. This sprawling estate became a symbol of his luxurious lifestyle and provided a new setting for family gatherings far from the intensity of his New York City operations.
While Mar-a-Lago provided a measure of private sanctuary, Donald Trump's public profile was about to soar to unprecedented heights through an entirely new medium, reality television. The massive banner, boldly proclaiming "You're fired" from his hit show The Apprentice, serves as a testament to his reinvention. Debuting in 2004, the show transformed him from a real estate mogul into a household name across America, making his famous catchphrase instantly recognizable. This program, showcasing his decisive, business-savvy persona, allowed millions to connect with him on a personal level, inadvertently laying crucial groundwork for his future political aspirations.
As his television fame grew, so did the prominence of his Palm Beach estate, Mar-a-Lago, which increasingly served as a backdrop for his public life. This image from October 5, 2006, captures a United States flag waving proudly atop a flagpole outside the sprawling property. Mar-a-Lago, with its opulent architecture and expansive grounds, became more than just a luxurious club. It began to feel like an unofficial winter White House, years before he ever considered a presidential run, symbolizing his deep-seated patriotism and providing a hint of the national stage he would eventually command.
By the late 2000s, another new chapter had begun in his personal life. This formal family portrait captures Donald with his third wife, Melania, whom he married in 2005, and their young son, Barron.
The setting, undoubtedly one of their lavish residences, complete with ornate gold accents and panoramic city views, underscores the continued image of immense wealth and success that defined the Trump brand. Yet, even in this grand display of domesticity, the ambition and public persona that had characterized his entire life were never far from the surface, simmering beneath the surface of family life and high society. The culmination of decades spent building a brand, honing a public persona, and cultivating a unique form of celebrity reached its apex on June 16, 2015. From the gleaming atrium of Trump Tower in New York City, a building that stood as the ultimate monument to his real estate ambitions, Donald Trump descended an escalator to announce his improbable candidacy for the Republican presidential nomination. The crowd below, a mix of supporters and the curious, watched as he delivered an unfiltered, unconventional speech that immediately signaled a dramatic departure from traditional politics. It was a moment that shocked many, thrilled others, and irrevocably altered the course of American history, launching a political journey unlike any seen before.
Just over a year later, the audacious campaign had defied all expectations, leading to this triumphant moment on July 21, 2016, at the conclusion of the Republican National Convention in Cleveland. Donald Trump, surrounded by his family, stands on stage, soaking in the cheers and applause. This scene captures the exultation of having secured the party's nomination, a feat many political pundits had deemed impossible. The long odds, the unconventional approach, and the sheer force of his personality had propelled him from a real estate and reality television star to the official standard-bearer of one of America's two major political parties. The campaign trail continued, marked by massive rallies and an unrelenting schedule. On October 31, 2016, in Warren, Michigan, Donald Trump arrives on stage, giving his characteristic thumbs up to a rapt audience. His rallies were known for their high energy, direct communication, and his unique ability to connect with a passionate base of supporters who felt unheard by the political establishment. This image encapsulates the direct, almost intimate relationship he forged with his voters, bypassing traditional media and campaigning directly to the people, a strategy that confounded his opponents and fueled his meteoric rise.
Then, on the night of November 8, 2016, the impossible happened. Against all predictions and conventional wisdom, Donald Trump defeated Hillary Clinton in the presidential election. This solitary, reflective image of him in Milwaukee, likely taken shortly after his victory, captures a moment of quiet contemplation. He stands looking out a window, perhaps gazing at a future he had so relentlessly pursued. It was the culmination of a lifelong journey marked by ambition, resilience, and an unwavering belief in his own path. A journey that had now taken him from a child in Queens to the cusp of the most powerful office in the world.
The morning after the historic election, on November 9, 2016, President-elect Donald Trump stood before a jubilant crowd at the New York Hilton Midtown, delivering his acceptance speech. Flanked by American flags, a symbolic backdrop for his victory, he addressed a nation still reeling from the unexpected outcome. His ascendancy to the presidency marked the ultimate realization of a life lived in the public eye, a testament to an unconventional path that began in his father's real estate office and ultimately led to the White House. From a 4-year-old boy in Queens to the 45th President of the United States, Donald Trump's life has been a relentless pursuit of ambition, a narrative woven through the fabric of American business, media, and politics, forever reshaping the landscape of global leadership.